Asmon's opinion on what this Gamba video shows. What's this?
Gambling is used extensively all over the world to launder money. If I was to estimate, based on the amount of accounts I've seen of that nature, it would have to be millions and millions of dollars that are laundered every year.
Okay.
It's just a scam. The fact that nobody can win, we only want losing customers. That's it. It was just fucked. And they know what advertising works, what algorithm works.
Yeah.
They know how to maximize their profit, which is to get people to lose more and more. It is just rotten to the core.
Obviously. Betting company
I
supervisor.
was a customer account supervisor at one of the biggest gambling companies in the world.
That's a lot.
With 21st century technology, the punter doesn't really know what's going on. And behind the scenes, there's all of this maths going on that analyzes your betting and ensures the company wins. It will always win. Customers would be categorized based on their profitability. So if a customer lost millions of dollars, they would be labeled a VIP. And
I think that part is so fucking funny. Somebody's a VIP if they lose millions of dollars. Yeah, all right, come on, get out the red carpet. Come on, let's go ahead and get some more of your fucking money. Oh my God.
the best staff would talk to them. But if you were a problem customer, that meant that you were winning money.
Yeah.
So you'd be labelled with a big badge that said that you're a problem.
Yeah.
And that needs to be dealt with.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't have people winning money. Okay, guys? I mean, yeah, you can't have people winning money whenever they're gambling.
Rating is done by an algorithm. It's just how much they've lost against whatever other metrics the company's decided. The risk rating essentially turns off winners and stops them from betting and cranks up the dial for anybody that's losing so they can lose more and more and more money. It's actually a design feature to ensure that those that lose are allowed to lose more.
Did anybody ever think this wasn't the case? Who ever thought, like, did you really think that there wasn't an algorithm? I mean, obviously there's going to be an algorithm. If there wasn't, they might lose. Like, you think about it, right? So, logically, these companies have, like, millions of dollars to pay streamers. So that means they have millions of dollars. How do you think they got the money? Where do you think that money came from? What action did that money needed to occur for that action, for that money to be there? Right? It's just a charity. I mean, come on. How is anybody so naive? It's crazy.
So if a customer says something that could indicate they've got a problem with gambling, you would just have to go through a series of questions and just tick, 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 and that was it.
Oh yeah, yeah, people that are addicted to gambling, those are what they like to call VIPs. Yeah, people that are addicted to gambling and want to kill themselves over it, that's a VIP, guys.
Were to be dealt with by only a senior manager, but I had a manager tell me that they just had to make a decision based on the threat and stick to it, and that it didn't matter once they hung up the phone because they didn't know whether or not they followed through with their threat or not, so that it didn't really matter.
Oh, people call the casino wanting to kill themselves. Okay, yeah, of course, right? Because they lose all their money and they want to die. Yeah, I mean, what a surprise for that. I mean, like, again, what do you expect? What did you think was going to happen? Like, when was this ever not the case?
Probably still the worst thing I've ever heard anybody say, because you don't know whether or not they killed themselves or not. It didn't matter.
Well, let's just be honest here. If they did kill themselves, it wouldn't matter. They wouldn't care. Where's the implication? Like, let's just be honest. Like, yeah, they don't give a shit. They obviously know promoting this gets, like, people kill themselves all the time over gambling. If you're running a casino, there's a good chance that what you did cause somebody to kill themselves. Now, you can say you don't care, and it's like, hey, it's just business. It is what it is. They did it to themselves. Fine. But that's what happens. It is. That's what happens. It's just that simple. In your opinion, is casino betting and sports betting the same thing? Guys, I'm not an expert in gambling because I don't gamble.
It's an industry-known thing. Gambling is used extensively all over the world to launder money. The company would treat customers different depending on what country they were from. If there was a whole heap of customers in England sign up with similar details, that would be a suspected syndicate of people trying to get one up on the company.
Oh, of course.
I raised things of a similar nature in countries in South America, and all of those accounts were waved through, and that happened multiple times. When you get 20 individuals join up within a space of 20 minutes, or with matching email addresses and account numbers, it's quite obvious that's a systemic tactic to launder money. If I was to estimate, based on the amount of accounts I've seen of that nature, it would have to be millions and millions of dollars that are laundered every year.
Well, because people don't want to pay taxes. Like, duh. I mean, yeah, they don't want to pay taxes, and so they launder the money. That's what it's. Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, it's not just for taxes. It is. I think that most people, they do it either. Yeah, it's either for taxes. It's money from drugs. Yeah, you're right about that too. Sure, that's a good point.
Company alone. When you realize that the company doesn't care about people, makes you feel appalled and sort of disgusted within yourself, because you know that you're helping a company harm people, and virtually deliberately harm people, because the culture is that it's all about revenue.
That's obvious. I mean, it's obvious. The thing is, like, people just do it because they... there's always going to be does any company really care but for profit? I mean, there's definitely a spectrum, right? I mean, there's obviously like a spectrum. It's like if you're selling mattresses, you probably have a higher implicit care for your customer than if you're selling cigarettes. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not like this is a binary thing, but yeah, there is a higher level. Like Blizzard probably cares about their customers more than Steak does, let's say, for example. But yeah, of course, obviously they all care about money more than the customer. I mean, that's it. Has anybody killed themselves over Diablo Immortal yet? Well, I don't know. Maybe give it a few more weeks. I'm sure it'll happen. The thing is, like, there are plenty of people who don't care. Like, they just want to make the money. That's it. There's no like fucking elaborate viewpoint they have on this. They will try to justify it, but they don't really give a shit. They just want to make the money. It's not that complicated.
It ruins people's lives. It takes their money. It ruins their families. The staff either indoctrinated or miserable. Yeah. And then on top of it all, it's changed what sport is. If you're about to get into punting, make no mistake about it. You can't win. None of these companies will allow you to win in the long run. So just don't bother.
Anybody who didn't think that is a moron. Like, I mean, again, if you're going in and you're getting into this kind of stuff and all of that, guys, you are a fucking moron. If you gamble money, it's like, it's the most Captain Obvious video ever. Here's what's so crazy to me, is that I think that there are a lot of people, what I think drives gambling nowadays more than anything is narcissism. I think that it's people that believe, oh, I'm special. I'm the one that's going to win. Because there are some people, Quad, thanks to the 5 subs, there are some people that do win. I know it sounds crazy, but that's true. There are real people that do win. There's the video, by the way. I'll link it for you guys. And it happens. So everybody thinks I'm the special one. I'm the one that's the winner. I'm the good boy. I'm going to get the good stuff. That's it. And it's just, it's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. Like, you're not going to win. Like, that's it. Was the pre-patch drop? I'm not sure. Like, the expansion could come out today or another day. I have no idea. I'm not sure. Feels like the lottery. One person wins and many lose. Yeah, for one person to win, many people lose. To me, it sounds the reason why this works is they prey on mentally ill people who ruin their lives over gambling. Well, yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, they prey on mentally ill people and take all their money. Then the people kill themselves, and then they get a new customer after that with somebody else. Like, that's how these things work. That's what it does. Like, make no mistake. I'm not going to talk around it. That's what it fucking does. Labruski, thank you very much for the 5. Get the subs. I appreciate that. Gambling is everywhere. Sports, there are like massive sports teams taking gambling sponsorships nowadays. It's just so normalized that it's unbelievable to me. But it's because they pay a lot of money. How do they get all the money? Well, it's through techniques like this. It's common sense. That's why it's not allowed in the U.S., because it's purposely rigged to ensure that you lose. Yeah, but they allow people in the U.S. to advertise it. They allow companies in the U.S. to provide a platform for it to be advertised to U.S. customers. I mean, it's not really disallowed. It's just some fucking rule that nobody gives a shit about. Yeah, that's all there is to it. The thing is, if you can get around a rule that easy, it's because they don't care. Okay, let's be honest. Want Backroom on YouTube? Chat would love it. I don't know what that is. I hate people that gamble at gas stations. Bro, today, this morning, I went and I saw somebody fucking gambling at the gas station. It's some guy, oh, yeah, let me get lucky 777. Yeah, today's my day. You know, it's Wednesday, and that's the good day. That's the day that they always win. Yeah, sure. That's really what's going. I'm sure it'll double your chances from 1 in a billion to 1 in 500 million. Like, it's just so fucking stupid. I can't believe it. Lotto ticket buyers are so annoying. I don't think that they're annoying. I think they're pathetic. Like, I feel bad for them. Every single time I see somebody buying a lottery ticket, they're obviously some fucking, like, most of the time, there's some 50 to 60-year-old person who has trouble getting around, or you can, whenever you hear them speak, you realize that there's like probably something, there's like a few screws loose in one way or another. This person is just being taken advantage of, and they're being farmed out. Yeah, they're being extorted. Yeah, and the thing is, yeah, I think this should be illegal. Yeah, definitely. But at the same time, bro, you gotta fucking look out for yourself. Like, you can't expect the government to always protect you. They don't think the government doesn't give a fuck about you. Like, you the only person who gives a fuck about you is you.